Alright, everyone. We are here with a race for round 2 of the No Major Glitches tournament. Today's race is between Aksel and Deviltifa. I am Insomnia and I am joined on comms by the one, the only Screw My Shoe. We'll give runners a countdown and then we'll be underway.
This should be a pretty good race. It's
Yeah,
like a
their
30,
PBs are pretty close together.
30
And
second difference. I don't know how much Deviltifa was online or practicing the last weeks, but I've seen Aksel quite a bit.
yeah, Aksel kind of came out of nowhere. He, at least relatively speaking, is quite new, and he's yeah,
Hmm.
improved massively. 33:43 is a very solid time. I mean, any 33 or 34 is, so I think that he'll put up a really good showing and be quite close to his PB, just because generally people that have improved that quickly tend to have a lot of potential to lower it more, so even a bad run tends to get closer to PB. Pretty basic, just King's Pass movement at the moment. They're
Yeah, I'm
more
just
or less
surprised to
exactly
have.
tied, and their timers are synced up nicely, which is generally pretty hard to get just due to like variance in the King's Pass load.
Yeah, regards to Savayoshi there. That's a pretty well synced stream this time.
Yeah. And mid 52 for both of them. Aksel 0.3 ahead, but we also have Cross Drop coming up, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, cross drop can certainly be a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, early on it doesn't really matter all that much. A couple seconds here or there. It's more so just how you deal with everything in that.
But I mean, I expect both runners to not tilt quite as much as I do sometimes, because they have a lot more experience.
Middle drop from Aksel. Absolute zoomer strategies. And by zoomer I mean
Yeah.
like 2020. Alright, should see a double spike from both people. Ooh, Aksel misses it. Deviltifa also missed it. Yeah,
That's annoying
unlucky, but
if the one I split gets above the top platform.
yeah, definitely. Both of them probably a little nervous, just obviously race nerves and all that, and this is kind of going into it. They knew it was probably going to be a pretty close race, so you tend to be a little more anxious about it, tend to play a little worse starting out, but I expect to see those nerves kind of subside by the end of Green Path. I'm not sure if either or both of them are doing Rafters route. If one of them's doing it, I kind of expect Aksel to be doing it. Just Deviltifa
I,
is a bit more of an old school runner, and I'm not sure if in their D-Rust
yeah,
he's learned Rafters route.
the little bit I looked into his stream earlier, he seemed to be going for rafters. He at least skipped King Station Seal.
Okay,
Was all I
alright.
saw.
Gonna see some Zoomer strats then. And a jumper right for Aksel. And for Deviltifa. They actually got the exact same pattern, which is pretty nice to see in a race. It's nice when the RNG kind of is a wash between the two runners and it just comes down to execution.
Yeah, definitely.
Very
It's
similar
also
to
still
this.
both runners still pretty synced, so that's nice.
Yeah. Shoutouts to the restream though. Still going for Torch Game and missing it, unfortunate. Alright, the PC difference room. Let's see who has a better computer.
Does it actually make a big difference?
Oh god, Deviltifa got a massive freeze.
I'm not certain. I'm relatively new still. How much of a difference does a PC make in the end
enough
of the split?
enough that ComSub is basically unattainable with a bad enough PC, but I mean, for full game runs, it's not going to be like massive, but
Yeah.
you know, when in a sense getting to the point where every second matters, it feels pretty bad to just lose like half a second or something to BS pickup. Alright, older spits. First spit for Aksel.
Devil
Second
missing
spit for
a
Deviltifa.
fireball, but getting immediately 2 ballers. That's nice. He missed the first fireball, sadly, but that's okay. Didn't cost him too much.
Yeah, that had potential to be a lot worse. The worst thing is when you like get a first spit and then you miss a fireball, and then the second one doesn't come out till like 6th spit because you're like, yeah, I deserved this, but did I deserve to be punished that hard for my mistake? Probably not.
Alright, cross climb is also a pretty nice rune, I think.
Yeah, Aksel getting the right pattern and dealing with it well. Deviltifa, pretty low on soul, so having to do those 2 slow jumps at the end. So Aksel definitely poised to stretch his lead out a little. Oh, missing that fireball.
But missing the fireball.
And Deviltifa gets it, so that should put them much closer. Yeah, and now they're
Sinks
still
them up.
within a second.
Sinks them right up again. This is something.
I hate this room so much.
Oh,
I
yeah, it
seem
can
to
be
always
punishing.
lose like half a second to what I should be getting every time.
It's definitely one of the rooms that can be quite punishing.
Yeah. Alright, both will have full soul going into this next room, so if we see one mistake, that doesn't matter as much. And Aksel fireball. Oh god. So Aksel messed it up, but only shot once, whereas Deviltifa shot twice, and they're not really comfortable in one fireball, it looks like. So having to pay a visit to our friend Eric.
Yeah, it's also, if you fall down that low, I think it's not really worth it to try to go for the one fireball anymore.
Yeah. Ooh, Aksel missing the 3rd fireball skip. Gets it again the 2nd time. Deviltifa gets it 1st time, so that actually puts them
He was, yeah.
once
Aksel
again
was just
back even.
Aksel was just trying to sync up again.
Yeah. And they've both got enough soul that if they miss the Moss Knight double, they can just fireball again, which is good.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to have enough soul for that, because as soon as I became comfortable with getting the double all the time, I started getting going in that room with low soul, and then you start missing the double as soon as you start doing that. So having that soul is a good idea.
It's so annoying as well because like it's slightly different between 1.2.1 and current patch, so you get used to one and then the other one starts screwing you over, like muscle memory from the other. Good pants from both.
Both getting good RNG here, yeah.
And once again, like basically tied up.
Let's see the Hornet fights.
Did he just jump over like the Boulder RNG or half the Moss Knight Geo, he has very low Geo. Like,
It's
bottom
really
row
low Geo,
Spire
yeah.
level low Geo. Yeah, that.
Hornet seems to be behaving a little better for Tifa.
Yeah, Four Soul Hornet is. You roll the dice because it can just be so pattern dependent. If it starts off with a throw, you're just in like such a better position.
Yeah.
And a second apart on the quid.
Super synced up. It's what a race. This is gonna be something. Let's hope this continues.
Yeah, it's been really good so far. This is like the most consistently a close early game I think I've seen. Just getting a slight sync up. Set. Yeah. Okay, slight sync up, and we're on our way to Claw. Both runners remembering to get Claw, not going straight to Growlmother. That's a good sign.
It's a hard thing to do. I think that's probably.
I think that's fair to say. Slight. Oh, I was gonna say a slight mess up from Aksel, but then Deviltifa dunked, so that one's definitely worse off. Then not activating the on Wilson mushrooms.
Both
So
going,
will be
yeah, some
wowless
here,
today.
so
Oh, and Aksel dunking, evening it up between them.
so I'm just gonna expect either original Fire Pogo or Wheat Pogo. I'm not quite sure what both runners are gonna do.
I would expect to see one Boomer Pogo between them. Just because Wii Pogo and that doesn't say that much, and it makes it a bit harder.
We do see a Wheat Pogo from Aksel.
Let's go Deviltifa. The Boomer representation. Ooh, Aksel with low soul. This could be quite oh, alright, getting a clean little hit there. And
Usually you can get that,
dealing with it well.
especially
yeah.
Especially I would assume Aksel can get that
Yeah, definitely.
at this skill level. Oh, okay. I was slightly worried Tifa would miss the early control there, but got hit on the second attack. Can be quite annoying.
Alright. And once again, very close to the but now a 1 second gap. So sorry, 2 second gap. Pretty much insurmountable at this point. I don't know why Tifa hasn't forfeit yet. 2 seconds is beyond the amount that can be made up. Honestly, like, it's 2 seconds difference, but I would say Tifa's ahead at the moment just because of the geo difference. Aksel is like genuinely in a really bad spot with the Stonkrocks at the moment. I think
that's a very fair point. That's
I guess
50
just,
geo difference.
Yeah, level
that's
lads and bottom row Spire on the way out from Lem. Just because, like, bottom row Spire is an extra 40 and then level lads is the 18. Whereas Deviltifa is rich enough, I don't even think he needs level ads, which is not super common, but it's certainly nice to have.
Yeah. On the other hand, level ads also don't necessarily lose that much, but having to get bottom Spire can be quite annoying.
Yeah, level ads are like, it's either 0.3 or 0.7. I don't remember. Assuming like soul collection's fine. But, you know, if you don't have to get it, you don't have to get it. Good cleanup from Aksel. Deviltifa getting pretty unlucky. But dealing with it alright. They at least kind of grouped up even though they were high, which is generally not what you want to see. Yeah, so Aksel's lead out to like 6 seconds now. Three hits on the way to Sly, that's huge tech, I think.
I mean, the way I understand that is just you want to optimize the way the physical space you're covering while having invulnerability frames, right? So
Yeah. It's just that, like, at least when I was growing up back in the olden days and we didn't even have color television,
Tifa getting a fireball from Shade there in the last moment, that was quite annoying.
Axel barely getting Blue Lake Walkling storage, by the way. He did the bit where you, like, touch the edge, but for a short enough period that you keep it. Peter missing 1 slash,
I
but
missed that
doing a
one.
pretty nice 2 slash backup.
Let's see if Axel is gonna oblige and fall during Dreamblats in order to sync up again. Nope, don't take that as a curse. Let's hope not. Let's just see a clean run from both.
Yeah, I'm expecting a 32 from both of them, honestly.
Oh, they're actually still synced up, rather. That was just stream delay now? Or
They're 6 or 7 seconds apart, I think. A little more. Might be more.
alright, we also have our VIP Rix in chat giving the 10 seconds delta for Blue Lake.
Perfect. Alright, Axel not falling in Dreamflat so far. Touch wood. Is this test plats? Yo.
Nice stream.
Axel is like zoomer filled so hard. Holy shit. No wonder he's got such a good time already. A 13-4 extreme nail is not great, but good race in the clip. Axel missing CS skip. That's not something you see a lot on 1221. I'm not sure if like they might not have a great computer or something. Deviltifa obliging us, also missing it.
Be careful not to make too many jokes about missing CS skip though, because like if you do, you'll miss it next run.
Yeah,
that's my experience, but yeah, Axel might be low on Geo, but it's definitely nice Geo he has.
Axel, by the way, doing the 1 week old strat of under a week actually of doing the like nail slash to not lose your full speed when getting transition Walkling storage. Both of them missed the Walkling storage, but both attempted it, so props for the attempt for both of them. And not getting hit in this section is much more important than it used to be. We used to just, if you got hit, you'd bench in Kings and it was no big deal. But now that we don't really have a convenient bench, you really
that's one of the reasons. One of the reasons I'm still doing King Station Relic right now.
Yeah, like it's fine for runs, because if you take too much damage you just reset, but for tournament it's pretty scary. I think I kind of expect one or both of them to make a safety bench, just because a Watcher's death is so punishing. Actually, I don't know. They're
Yes.
both good enough that we probably won't see it.
They're
And, like,
both probably very comfortable with their watches, but like I wouldn't blame anyone for taking safety bench anyways.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of smack bang PB wise in the middle of them, and I die to Watchers more than I care to admit. So, you might see it, you might not. But also the fact that they know it's a pretty tight race, they might not. Just because generally, when you are taking safety strats, it's because you're confident that you can play those numbers and come out on top and can afford to take those safeties. So Axel skipping it, which is, yeah, again, about what we expect to see probably. Deviltifa also skipping it. Alright. So these are going to be some important Watch Night fights. I expect to see, yeah, the double dream now from Aksel. Just going with full soul. And then the Pogo, yep. Yeah, Aksel just zoom a build right now. Yeah, nice. Kind of
That's a nice
unfortunate
start.
to get a bounce, but deals with it well. Oh god, this is... Alright, he at least didn't do the Pogo open that, like, benefits a ton from wrongs, where I think I would have just, like, died a little on the inside. I can't do that shit consistently. Still finishing second pair. Pretty nice fight so far. He did miss one pretty juicy fireball, but it didn't cost him too much. Deviltifa taking a couple of hits as well.
A little decent there, probably.
Ooh, Axel. Bit ambitious, but one night left. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Nice dash air stall to then get the multi-hit fireball there. Nice again,
yeah, that was a
fireball
nice
air
one.
stall. Yeah. Oh my god, Deviltifa getting the worst pattern right now. Alright, there we go. Should be a pretty easy finish for me. Nice. Yeah, so good watches from both of them. Aksel providing a little bit more content, getting down to 1 health, but I don't think either of them were really in a ton of danger. Neither runner falling in Dream Plats, in the Dreamer cutscene, hopefully. Axel
Say
actually
that
saved
so early.
8 seconds.
I'm just trying to hold back on comments like that.
Axel,
To not
yeah,
curse anyone.
playing really well. Like Deviltifa's done well, but Axel's doing really well. 1802, we're in from a 1350 or something dream now. Like, that means he's had a decent city.
Yeah, look pretty clean on both.
Yeah. Right. Ooh,
And it's
did he
actually
hold clean there? No.
City is actually a very underrated split. Like, I'm very bad at it.
Yeah.
But
It's the
Chandelier split is actually
Axel's
pretty hard to do
30,
clean.
35 geo off, right? Something like that. Because it's 2322 plus 35. So 1222 plus 35. I kind of expect left side rafters from both players, just right side is obscenely cursed and low 32 runner behavior. Plus, you know, tournament setting. But someone might surprise me. With the stuff Axel's been pulling out, we might genuinely see an attempt. Yeah, I kind of expect bottom Spire just because you get way more soul with Rafters route and to spare. that it's not as painful as like collecting that extra fireball normally would be. Yeah, so left side here, pretty stock standard, clean.
Nice parry pogo there.
Yeah, and getting hit out of that straight away, so that's actually not too bad. Yeah, definitely expect bottom's fire.
Boris son, velmi Arvid.
Deviltifa not even going for the pogo on the walking sentry there, but gets the other strat pretty well.
Velmi Helma Delka.
Yeah, not much to really say at the moment, just some dialogue with our boy Lemeth and
The most interesting split after
yeah.
Rafters definitely
I
lands
think
into Geek's
Aksel
entrance.
skips level ads and does bottomless fire, or gets level ads and then gets bottomless fire.
He isn't that short, right? Actually, like if he might bank on
actually, yeah,
either
he's only
getting
like
some.
6 off or something. 6, 8, 7, something like that.
I don't know
7,
the exact number,
7.
but I'm usually confident if I'm at
Yeah,
350-ish.
yeah. 2, 3, 5, 7 is your exact amount. So it's the 2, 3, 2, 2 from Old Root plus 35 from the Devout Biscuit.
You actually having some problems with the. That's understandable. That wall jump is pretty annoying sometimes.
Yeah, Photoshop jump honestly just sucks. Yeah. 7's doable with Denrox or just like Petrogeo
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
wanna
either
get
Petrogeo or
spicy.
Tenrox.
I also believe a Glimback drops 7 Geo if you want a deep cut. So if you miss the
Let's hope.
Togax and kills the Glimback,
Let's just hope no one is gonna collect Glimback Geo,
or is it 6?
because that would
No,
mean
it's
that you
6.
miss Hogax.
Yeah. Yeah, 2019 runner sucked. 4th M2019 runner. Expect a sub 2 peak from everyone.
Skate throwing some shade in the Twitch chat. Alright.
Ah, yeah. Wouldn't be skate without a little toxicity in our lives. Clean statue room from Aksel. I mean, it's just what happens to any speed game over time. People get good at it.
Nice chain also from Aksel on the tall walking story.
Aksel is incredibly zoomable.
Yeah, thank you, Aksel. I agree with you. That pogo doesn't exist. You can't lantern pogo there. It doesn't work.
Walk back, Togax, Aksel deals with it fine. Dog cycle, dog cycle, dog cycle, dog cycle.
Oh. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the
kind of
hardest
dog cycle, I
things.
guess.
I guess you could call it dog cycle in the end. It looked like it in the end.
Yeah. Dog cycle, but the Deviltifa. French dog cycle. What's dog in French again?
I have no idea. My French is 15 years ago.
Meow cycle. According to Google Translate. Oh, and web perfect. Meow cycle. Part of the French Frenchification of all strats. We already have Wii Pogo. We'll teach Hollow Knight runners French just through strat names. Yeah, a very low 23p. This is like pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good time.
Certainly not PB pace, probably 20-30 seconds fine, but that's it. After what was a pretty mediocre early game, that basically needs to be played even with PB through the rest of the run.
That's actually true. What was the green path for both again? Like 820 or something? Actually,
I don't remember. I just remember it was a like 5x 1350 drain nail or something, which is like 40 seconds off.
yeah, both runners started with an 820
Yeah.
dash, so that's actually pretty impressive.
Deviltifa only plus 16 to PB. That's like PBable, depending on how his late game is in PB.
Oh, nice. Let's see that race, PD.
Unfortunate hardfall there from Aksel. It's only 0.8 seconds, but it's the kind of thing you really feel. Getting hit there in Trinomi drop in the bathroom. Surprised almost that we didn't see Axe drop from Aksel, just given all the other Zuma behavior is put on. Yeah, if Deviltifa hits 2-cycle and Aksel doesn't, that's instantly like right back in the mix. Aksel doing left side archives because he's not a boomer. Inexcusable, honestly. Rex, I do right side.
Honestly, though,
This from Axel, that's a alright. Gets an extra.
come on. Me. Even I do left side, and I have a 37.
Yeah, but I could lose 0.7, but then like I get sold and I
Ooh.
don't lose health. Alright, so that's probably a 3-cycle from Axel. Exactly, it's just boomerette.
And another extra. That's like the second extra now, isn't it?
Yeah, click cycle from Tifa.
So yeah, after this, with 2 extras,
Yeah, 2
that will
extras,
equalize.
that's genuinely about
2 extras and a
seconds.
3-cycle.
Yeah, 24
So that
seconds, I think.
probably equalize it if Devil can hit the 2-cycle here, which I'm confident he can.
Nope.
Oh,
Tom's curse.
that was
You held
that
it
was
on
my fault,
for like
wasn't it?
literally until halfway through the
God.
last damage cycle.
Oh my!
But even
Oh.
still, Tifa should make up some time here just due to pattern differences.
Yeah,
No extras moment.
that was quite the unfortunate few more extras there on
Yeah.
Axel's side.
Axel 1 health, like I know it's not scary, but I still get scared. Just because if you dunk in archives, then like you cry.
Yeah, I may or may not have died like that once.
Oh yeah, I've had PBs that have done it, like dunked in archives. And it's like 10 seconds of something egregious like that.
Yeah, unless you didn't bench and anything, and you were on 1 mask, and then you dunked. But yeah, it happens.
Oh god. Oh. Why
Furious
am
on the
I
time
tired?
here.
It's 5
to 6:49.
I haven't.
5 seconds difference now.
Yeah. Umu is a hell of a drug. Don't do MA kids.
This is
That's
definitely
the
one hell of a
things that I
race.
do. That means I'm doing the right thing. Let's go.
So now you're also doing Zoomer strats.
Yeah. I did learn Diagonal Archives exit. That is one thing I've learned. Look, at this point, I think my claim to fame is being the most mid-boomer runner to do dog cycle in a run. Nice,
His
GG.
first try from Aksel.
Looks good from Tifa. That's pretty. I'm gonna stop talking. Looks like he's trying to mash dash, so you can buffer the wall jump. Yeah.
Okay, gets it
If you're
now.
not confident in your timing, that's a nice way of doing it.
Is it actually? I've never tried that one, but like, I don't know.
If you're like high, so like 3/4 or so, or like your entire eye is out of the acid when you do the C dash, and you mash fast enough, it's consistent, which is kind of nice. I used to do it as an option select if I was like super high, because you just like straight up couldn't miss it if your mash was good.
Axel was struggling a little bit with Petra Arena.
Yeah, so health doesn't really matter in this split anymore since we can quit out, but 1 health is still scary. So that's a very smart heal from
Definitely.
Axel there.
Yeah.
Tifa dealing with Petra Arena fine though, so that is a nice little catch up. Should help cancel out some of that loss from less quick QGA. Pretty obnoxious Petra pattern for Tifa there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of
They
these
can
Petras are
truly
super
be
obnoxious except the last
really
one.
annoying. Yeah, they can truly be really annoying sometimes.
Alright. Pretty solid stuff so far from both runners. Ooh. That plank there that Tifa just missed a nail slash on is honestly like the hardest part of this split. I'm not even joking. Like, it is so easy to just like miss it 4 times in a row because you like turn the nail hitbox around, but the environmental collision box doesn't turn, and then like it doesn't pre-hit. It's the worst. Yeah, that's a solid save for the Petra Arena kerfuffle. Solid from both runners for this split.
Yeah.
I think Tifa still made up some time there, which is good. Yep, 7 seconds, so 13-second gap, which is basically decidable. That's easily
like
surmountable.
just that comes down to THK RNG already. Like,
Yeah. Just don't get 8 parries in a row beforehand.
yeah, please don't.
Yeah, good about skip from Aksel. Expected, but still nice, just because it hurts to miss. It's like 10 seconds or something. Back up for Tifa, which is like fine, but
That's
Tifa
kind of annoying.
quit out because he
Yeah, I was
hit.
just about to say.
If Parker decides to be an ass, this is death. Okay, Parker's chilling. We're fine. Ooh, that and didn't get past him despite getting hit. Please go the right wall. Please go the right wall. Please go the right wall.
Oh,
Please heal. Now please go the right wall. Just... Alright. Really unfortunate. I hate that spider. I genuinely think
Yeah,
that spider is
it's-
the worst part of Beast Den. People like to talk about Parker because he can just screw you, but that one is consistently the absolute worst. Alright, the rest of the den pretty clean for Tifa. I didn't really see much of Aksel's den because I was just like terrified for Tifa.
it was getting a little tense over Tifa's. Aksel nicely
getting his
collecting that
stone.
rock. Yeah, he was like 5 before the rock, right? 5 off.
Yeah, 5 or so. I didn't see if either of them saved the grub, because grubs aren't real.
What crop?
Exactly. And we should see 5L from both of them. Exactly, it's Schrodinger's grub.
Oh, pretty close.
So I said same thing. Yeah.
I mean,
Not crazy
okay,
close now just because of the den hiccup. It's like 33 seconds. That's kind of getting to... It's on Aksel to choke more than it is something
Yeah.
Tifa can make up through their own gameplay. Which isn't to say THK can't just be a bully and make, living very hard. Yeah, it is kind
Definitely.
of Aksel at this point, and he can afford to play very safe.
Yeah, probably. But definitely still both runners having a great time for a race here.
Yeah, like I want to see Aksel healing to at least 4 on self-stab phase. Just because if he knows his lead, I don't know if he has the stream up or like chat up and can see the Rick's deltas, but I don't know, if you know your lead, then there's no reason really not to play a little safer. Because your average PB kinda counts for seeding, but your win-loss rate counts way more. Getting kind of a bad pattern to start with, and getting hit a couple of times as well.
But dude, he is getting some doubles in at least, but yeah, it's not a great pattern.
Just a lot of parries.
Yeah.
The classic, honestly. Ooh, unfortunate. Whiff on the double there. Oh my god, more parry. Aksel looking to set a tournament parry record, perhaps? Did skip first screen, I think, which is nice. And yeah, healing up, love to see it. Especially because, like, everything only does 1 damage in self-set phase, so you're missing out on, like, 10 damage tops, healing twice, which, like, I know.
Yeah, definitely the right call. I mean,
Green fit, which is a bit sad, but again, like, it's not the end of the world at this point. Alright. Self-stabs. Oh my god, so many self-stabs. And that'll be about a 34... what, 18 plus 25... 43 or so for Tifa. Sorry, a 34, 43. For Aksel, not Tifa.
yeah.
Alright, and that's final screen for Tifa. Shouldn't too much longer left. There we go. And yeah,
Alright.
like a 17, 16 for Tifa. We'd say 5, 17, 16. Pretty good showing, honestly, from both runners. And interestingly, both runners more or less a minute exactly off their PB.
Oh yeah.
So a minute and 1 second and a minute and 4 seconds. So really solid showing from both of them. I definitely think that both of them should be pretty happy with how they played. Like, you can point to your early game, you can point to this, you can point to that and say like, should on this, should on that, whatever. But like, realistically, tournament setting, both of them should be pretty happy with that, I think.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a great race. How long were they synced up? I think they started desyncing a little at Lantern, but then they synced back up again at Umu, right?
Yeah, after
Was
Umu, the
definitely
archive
tense.
sunk, they're kind of synced, then they unsynced at QGA, then they resynced at Pet Arena, then they desynced at Terra.
Alright, let's see whether we can get them in for interviews.
Alright, so we won't be getting Tifa for an interview, just he's not super confident in his English, but yeah. GG to Tifa, and we'll get Aksel in momentarily. GG.
Hi.
GG, Axel.
Thank you, thank you.
So could you see like your delta, or like could you see how you were going relative to Tifa at all?
What? Sorry.
Could you
I don't
see
have a, I
like
don't
the
have a
stream?
split. Oh,
Oh, I think what May means
it's
is
only
like
time
whether
that.
you were keeping up with the stream and saw that you were ahead towards the end.
Keep it streaming? What? Sorry.
Could you see the restream? So like, could you see what pace Deviltifa was on relative to you?
Ah, yeah, I was watching. If you, if
Yeah, I kind of
you-
figured. So you two were within like 2 seconds of each other all the way up until Dream Nails. Like
yeah, I saw
Godfather.
that. I watched after Hornet and after Chase Keep, and every time it was very close. It was, oh my god, this is a very good race.
Yeah. Horrible Umu RNG, by the way. 2 extras.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Umu.
Yeah. I get sad and I see others getting angry at Umu. Sad, and then that whole copy pasta. But no,
Yeah,
really good race.
I was just about to ask for that in chat. But
A little bit dicey on the Watchers fight, but honestly, pretty good.
Yeah,
They
in the
weren't
Watch and I
really
fight,
in too much
I think
danger.
I played in regular, but it was a moment that I missed a fireball to both Watch and I, and then that made me nervous. Like, oh my god, it is a huge mistake. Like,
Yeah, it didn't cost you too much though, and I think he still saved a good chunk of time in your Watchers fight. Eva had them rolling from like opposite ends of the arena at each other back and forth like 3 times in a row. It was ridiculous. But yeah, good job. And played
GG.
like a minute and a second off your PB, which is pretty good for a race.
yeah, it's solid. I think.
Yeah.
So did
Rena?
anyone count the parries though? Because I think you both had quite a
Oh my
bit.
god, I
Uh,
don't know how many, but it was too much. I think, at least for me.
no, I was screaming at THK on your behalf. That was ridiculous, especially like at the start. It petered off towards the end, but at the start it was just like 50% pairings.
Mm.
Alright, anything else? Or
GG to Deviltifa. It was a very good race. It was so exciting.
Yeah. And the next race is in, oh god, 3.5 hours. I thought that one was tomorrow. I wanted to sleep. But yeah, I don't think there's really anything more I have to say beyond that. And GG to both runners again. Thank you for Salva for restreaming. Thank you, Shu for the COCOM, and thanks everyone for watching.
thanks to you too. It was a great race. GT.
GG.